San Francisco's life began in 1847 under the settlement name Yerba Buena. At this time, Yerba Buena was a tiny, quaint town that consisted of 79 buildings and had approximately 800 residents. Merely a year later, the California Gold Rush phenomenon created a huge 100,000-person population spike, making it the largest city in California at that time. To put it into perspective, a plot of property before the gold rush cost $16, whereas
just a few months later, in 1848, would cost up to $10,000.
Droves of people from all over the world came to San Francisco in search of fortune and future. As passengers and crews arrived in San Francisco, many of them abandoned the ships that they came in. They left behind any hope of returning to their lives that they left for a fabled life of riches in California. As a result, more than 200 ships were completely abandoned in the bay, which came to be known as Rotten Row. This mass clutter of ships posed a problem and a solution for the growing downtown business. Townspeople salvaged wood from abandoned ships to build stores and other establishments. If the ships weren't salvaged for their wood, they were turned into whole buildings themselves. Hotels, stores, jails, warehouses. Other ships were just sunken as landfill.
So what happened to these ships? Where are they now? Parts of many other ships were used in the debris and sand fill that now accounts for the portion of San Francisco's land. The remains of many of these ships are still present below ground, and every now and again they are discovered during the construction process. Like the future site of the Transamerica Pyramid, which marks the long-buried shoreline of the Gold Rush waterfront. Although filling in the bay with discarded debris seemed like a good idea at the time, developers failed to realize that landfill, of course, is not an ideal foundation for buildings in an area with a lot of earthquakes, especially if that landfill is saturated with water. Builders minimized the danger when preparing for new construction by driving fillings through the landfill and onto the bedrock below, though roads and smaller buildings still risk damage. So how many people actually know about these ships?
No. Never heard of the legend of being a buried ship around here.
No? Not even like the lowest level?
No.
Okay.
Because this building was built from the ground up in 1987.
Yeah.
So no, ain't nothing been under here.
Apparently not many,
Okay.
which is understandable. Because of San Francisco's young age, many people overlook that the city stands in the illustrious company of Venice, which is built almost entirely on fillings, and slowly also sinking into the Adriatic Sea. I went to 3 ship locations downtown to get a better idea of their geographic location in relation to the original San Francisco shoreline. At the current site of the Transamerica Pyramid lies the remains of the ship Niantic. In the 1850s, the new Niantic Hotel was the finest hotel in San Francisco. Years later, the Niantic Hotel was demolished to make way for a modern 4-story business block. Situated at the northwest corner of Clay and Battery Streets, across the way from the Niantic lies the General Harrison. The General Harrison was a store ship that burned to the waterfront in the fires of 1851 and then covered over with landfill. The Trescott was a passenger cargo ship that was bound for San Francisco in 1849. One can still find a listing of passengers that left the East Coast on board the Trescott, as well as a voyage journal written by Captain William Lord Stevens. I challenge anyone who is interested in San Francisco's rich history to do some exploring. You'll never know what you might find.